I didn't have time for house. A marble fireplace sat between. Without a flue, the fireplace seemed entirely decorative, and yet, standing in. I needed to think of.
Okay, but we have to do something with this fireplace.
That didn't work. I could. Without a flue, a marble fireplace sat between the two. Without a flue,
Okay, what's a flue? I have to check that term in the dictionary. So we have to do something with this fireplace. I'm guessing it might be... might be the entry to... What was it? Xavier's lab? One of the brothers. Sorry, Cecil's. Okay, so I have the cake available, but I can't cut it. Can't reroute the energy because I cannot loosen the wire. Can't get the rose because I don't have alcohol. Can't get the parasol because the weather's too nice.
My piano repertoire consisted only of a few bars of Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and I thought it best not to inflict that upon anyone.
Oh! Didn't see the catalog
Good
before.
evening.
Why?
Where did the Talagula twins head off to?
Ugh, who cares? What a pair of duds they turned out to be. Say, Murphy, you wouldn't happen to be romantically unattached, would you?
Tallulah looked at me like she was homing in on her next prey. She was a killer combination of brains, beauty, and a psychopathic lack of empathy. You know, I'm really not looking for anything like that right now.
Pity.
I best be running along.
Ta-ta for now.
I didn't need to search for a book right now. I already felt like I was in one. It was a wooden cabinet covered in small drawers.
Well, I'm technically looking for a Bible. But who cares, right?
The bookshelves are filled with...
Okay, no, it's just the same voice line for all the books. Is the glass empty or not? It looks like this. No,
The empty
it's
glass...
just a keyboard. Yeah, empty glass. Okay.
The clock was too far away to reach. At the center of the void was... The clock was... I needed... The clock was... I needed to think of... It was a man... I could... I need... Nope. I didn't... I didn't... That did... That wasn't... That did... I didn't...
Okay, nothing I can do in here. None of the items I can use.
Why was this chamber pod on the sideboard?
I might have had just a few too many drinks before we all disappeared. Mrs. Craddock kindly left that there in case I should feel the need to throw up.
Did you?
Oh, so many times. Now, thankfully, the hangover hasn't lasted 30 years.
The trophy room was warmed by the fireplace. The pot was practically empty again, with only a few drops of liquid wax left at the bottom. That wasn't going to work. The
Can I
water
put
was
some-
murky and stagnant, even confined to a bottle I didn't want it.
Okay, so I cannot put any water in the bottle. Not sure what I would have done with it, but it would have been something.
Good evening, Ezra.
Hello, Murphy.
When you say Southern Belle from Hell, do you mean Tallulah?
That's her, the Black Widow of the Bayou.
What's wrong with her?
Well, she has a reputation, doesn't she?
A reputation for what?
Murder.
Tallulah is a murderess?
Now, don't be getting me caught up in a slander suit, but behind those demure, blush cheeks is the mind of an absolute psychopath. She's been
not
engaged 3
surprised.
times. Each of her fiancés died in ridiculous circumstances.
Did she murder them for money?
That can't even be the motive. You'd think she'd go ahead and marry them, so all their worldly goods become each other's, right? But her family's already got more money than honeybees got buzz. And she finishes them off before they've even booked a venue. I think she just does it for the thrill.
Someone should really tell her about wing walking. I should get going.
See you around, Murphy.
That didn't work. I couldn't get the rose while those thorns were there.
Well, it's just too bad I don't have any rum in my bottle. Like, I hope that's not required to beat this. The thing is, that's impossible because I also needed water in the bottle to take out the fire on the ship. To enter this act. So it's not like I could have had rum in the bottle.
I had nothing else to say.
Hmm.
Two sea deities stared at me with disapproving eyes. I didn't know what I could have done to disappoint a statue. That wasn't going to work. The door was locked.
All the rooms are locked. I mean, I'm presuming at least they're still locked.
The
Why
door
wouldn't
was
they
locked.
be?
The door was... There was nothing. Nope. I didn't want... Thick red curtain. That wasn't going to work. I needed to think. I thought I'd. That wasn't That didn't work.
Guess I've entered the mindlessly trying stuff phase. Okay, so I have to win a game of hide and seek with him.
Hello, Sebastian.
Back for
You seek, I'll hide.
you're on. 1 Mississippi,
The door was locked.
2 Mississippi,
I was far too
3 Mississippi,
gazing into the
4
Hiding in
Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Ready or not, here I come. Found you.
Goody for you.
You didn't even make it hard. Maybe I should hide next time.
Yeah, okay, so the thing is, if he hides, I always pick the wrong location and I can't hide.
That wasn't going to work. I needed to think of something else.
Okay, but how can I tell for sure? Like, there's only 2 places. The curtains, like I've tried to cut the curtains, I've tried to bind them back with the twine, so you can't hide behind them. Question is, can I do anything to the
The
trunk?
chest wasn't locked, it just...
To close it, to manipulate it?
I didn't need... I didn't...
Like, honestly, who cares for the house? Just smash the fucking door in.
I looked behind the curtains, but I didn't want... That didn't... Now wasn't the time for... Lighting the fire may have warmed the room, but it couldn't take away the chill I felt standing there. Excuse me, Miss Bellemore? It was no use. She was in... I couldn't reach the lightning rod while down on the balcony. I assessed whether the railing would be safe to climb. With the slippery ironwork and crumbling masonry, the answer was obviously no. But I didn't have the luxury of safety. Here goes nothing.
Oh, damn, I can't just climb up there? Alright, okay.
Hauling myself onto the roof from the ornamental railings, I realized there was no easy path to get higher. The roof tiles ranged from loose and dangerous to soggy and dangerous. Either way, I wasn't going to be able to climb them. As I approached the lightning rod, I started to feel the hair on the back of my neck standing up. That was a close one. Fortunately, the lightning bolt had hit the lightning rod instead of me, breaking it from its socket and sending the rod tumbling to the ground below. It looked like someone had already intended to start fixing the roof. I looked inside the toolbox and took the only thing it held, a rusty old pair of pliers.
Okay.
From down on the balcony, the drain pipe was unreachable. I definitely didn't have the natural balance needed to walk across the cable unaided. I didn't want to break the cable. That didn't work.
Okay, but we have pliers. And lightning rod lying around somewhere. Okay, but that means I can now get to work in the basement.
I pulled at the wire with the pliers and managed to dislodge it from the fuse box. I hooked up the lightning rod wire to the socket, but with the lightning rod broken, I wasn't going to get any power. I unplugged the wire. I hooked up the lightning rod wire to the socket, but with the lightning rod broken, the label read ground. Magnetic carriage, theater rotation, orrery track, barrel lift. I unplugged. I hooked. Electrograph. I flipped the switch, but
Okay, so you're telling me I need to repair the lightning rod. The lightning rod fell outside and I can't get outside. Just not seeing that the doors are all different. Like the top of them. Like the ant shape. Just noticed that. Okay, no matter through which door I leave, I land back in the same room. Okay. Oh! That picture. So you're telling me I'm supposed to be able to walk the cable once I have the umbrella? Interesting. Oh, can I take that now? Didn't you hear the lightning?
Miss LaRue, would you mind if I borrowed your parasol?
Don't be silly, Murphy. It's a beautiful evening outside.
Didn't you see the lightning?
A parasol's to protect you from the sun, silly. Carry this out in a lightning storm and you might... Actually, go right ahead and take it. You have fun.
The glint in her eye sent a shiver through me.
Or maybe I can use it as a new lightning. That would be strange. But hey. Let's try it.
That didn't work. As a child, I'd once watched a traveling circus act calling himself the Great Balancerio amble his way across a high wire with only a parasol to keep him steady. With absolutely zero practice and infinitely more chance of death, it was now my turn to try it. Oh well, here goes. Whoa, 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 whoa!
Also, you're telling me you can't climb some tiles, but you can totally walk a rope.
Oh, that was a close one. While I may have lost the parasol, I did have one thing on Balancerio. I accomplished my stunt without having to wear a leotard. There was no way to reach the weather vane, but despite that, I noticed something curious. No matter which way the wind blew, the weather vane stayed fixed in position.
Hmm.
The drain pipe had twisted and now pointed straight up to the sky, empty of everything but moss. That didn't work.
Can we clean it?
I needed to...
Something else?
That
Okay.
wasn't going to work. I needed to... I needed... That wasn't... I did... I need... Nope. That wasn't going... I wouldn't say I have many phobias, but spiders are definitely one of them. And after hearing about the size of the spiders living in the bayou, I wasn't about to start touching the spider webs with my bare hands.
Alright then.
Using the feather duster, I began sweeping away the spiders and their webs from a relatively safe distance. Now that it was free of spiders, I opened the trunk. The face reminded me of a man I used to buy milk from. From the neck up, he looked like an Italian nobleman. From the neck down, he'd wear denim dungarees and nothing else. It probably wasn't the same guy. Searching through the trunk, I found blankets, bedding, tablecloths, and tucked up in the corner, a delicate lace veil.
Perfect. Another item we need.
Looking through the telescope, all I could see was a blur. I soon realized why. A telescope without a lens wasn't going to be much use.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't need to dust that.
Really? It's covered in
The globe looked
cobwebs.
more decorative than functional, like a chihuahua with a bow tie. I placed the veil on the dresser. There were 4 items left. There was nothing left in the ashpan. That wasn't going to work.
Okay. Oh, wait. Maybe the poker as a new lightning rod?
With a spark of inspiration that worried even me, I decided to test whether I could improvise a replacement for the lightning rod, breaking all manner of building codes in the process.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Okay, fantastic.
With a surge of electricity from the lightning strike, the barrel lift came to life, disappearing into the water, then rising up to the hatch above. So this was how they loaded barrels in and out of the cellar. I couldn't do that while the
Didn't do that, but the first running. Pussy, I wanted to do that.
Knowing the erratic surges of electricity that must have been flowing through the wire into the barrel lift, I decided it was wiser not to do any more rewiring. Now that the wire was loose, I no longer needed... Knowing the erratic surges of electricity that...
Bitch, then how am I supposed to fix that, huh?
I couldn't do that while... I couldn't do that...
Are you kidding me? First the game tells me, oh yeah, that would be perfect to get all the water out, but only if it's automated. Now the barrel lift is running and I can't put it there. Like I couldn't put it there before the lift was running, and now I can't put it there because the lift is running. Oh, I'm dumb. The switch.
I flipped the switch and the barrel lift ground to a halt.
That's really grinding to a halt.
With extraordinary fortune, the porcelain chamber pot fitted neatly into the decorative ironwork of the barrel lift. I flipped the switch and the barrel lift started up again, held by the barrel lift. The chamber pot plunged beneath the... With time, the jury-rigged machine began bailing the cellar like a sailor trying to save a sinking dinghy.
That's gonna take all night. Like, realistically speaking, that is going to take all fucking night. Are you kidding me?
Now that I had my contraption working, I thought I'd leave the barrel lift running, just in case the cellar started to flood again. There was nothing large that I needed to move. The wine racks were largely bare. What few bottles remained were cracked and empty. All of the smaller barrels I could see were rotted and empty. With the bottle positioned beneath it, I turned the spigot. The grotesque face began spewing out rum like it was 2 a.m. on Bourbon Street.
All right. And the question is just because I have 2 places where I need alcohol, if I have to go here twice. Or if 1 bottle is enough.
Can I top you off, Colonel?
Oh, excellent. What do you have there?
Bellemore rum, aged 33 years.
Wonderful. Fill her up. I much prefer rum to that hoity-toity champagne they serve. Rum is a man's drink. I'll save this for the toast later.
Do you think that's a good idea, Colonel?
I certainly do. You know, Foster, I've had about enough of your sanctimonious prattling. I try to sit here and enjoy myself, and all I hear is the droning of a long-winded clergyman.
I'm not droning. You just don't like to face the truth. My sanctimonious prattling, as you so ungratefully call it, is all that stands between your unrighteous life and a subsequent consignment to the fiery gates.
You know, that must be it. It's a revelation, an epiphany. All these years I've been thinking I've been in limbo, wondering why I haven't moved on to the pearly gates or the raging fires, and now I've realized.
What have you realized?
I must be in hell right now, and listening to you is my torture. Well, that's it. I can't bear any more.
Nice.
There! Now I can't hear a word you say.
Infantile.
Well, I should certainly hope she does.
Great. Now we have that for the gramophone. Okay, now the bottle is empty again, so I need 2 bottles. Should have checked that before.
I refilled the bottle, but as the rum neared its neck, the flow turned to dribbles. That must have been the last of it. I emptied the rum onto the thorns and waited. There was only 1 rose left. I needed to be more delicate than ripping it out of the flower bed. Delicately, I cut the stem and picked up the last rose in the house.
Okay, so I need cake and the wedding band now.
With a bit of improvisation, I have fixed the ear trumpet to the phonograph in place of the broken horn. Now I just needed the remaining wedding items before I started it up. I placed the rose in the vase. There were 2 items left.
Okay, no idea where or how to get the ring, if I'm honest.
Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for a rematch?
See you around.
Bye.
Nope, since I haven't figured out how I can beat you at your game yet. Hmm.
The cart bearing the wedding cake had been pushed off. I had nothing. I didn't need to. I did.
Because the question is, can I get some cake without
I
her
needed.
going crazy?
That wasn't going. It was a feather duster. I did. That didn't work. While Mrs. Craddock rubbed her temples, I had a moment of opportunity. I knew I wasn't supposed to cut the cake if I wasn't the groom, but these were.
Okay, so I just have to wait until she rubs her head. Okay, so I didn't. Okay.
Did you just touch the wedding cake?
No.
Certainly not. I was just admiring it.
I should hope so. If I catch you with so much as a crumb on your fingers, you will be in serious trouble.
Okay, now I just need a ring.
I placed the wedding cake on the dresser. There was just one item left. That wasn't going. I could. The twine would be. It was a pair of scissors.
I'm wondering if I can get the ring from Sebastian. Maybe the kid was supposed to be the ring bearer.
What do you think of this?
Can I have it to keep my marbles in?
I think I need to hang on to it. What do you think of this manuscript?
I can draw better than that.
I thought I'd keep. I could. That didn't. That wasn't going to. Nope. What do you think of this magazine?
That's a bit creepy.
What's the matter? Scared of it?
Not as scared as I am of your face.
Nope. A heavy trunk sat in the corner of the corridor. I didn't. That could work, but I needed to make sure the boy couldn't see me do it. Hello, Sebastian.
Bet for
You seek, I'll hide.
your 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi.
I was
Ready
really
or
just...
not, here I come.
I was really just trying around stuff. I cannot believe that's the answer. He's a fucking
Found
ghost.
you.
Goody for you.
You didn't even make
Hello, Sebastian.
bet for.
You hide, I'll seek.
Great. Eyes closed and
1 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5 Mississippi. Ready or not? I wonder who's
What? How'd you find me?
Maybe you're not the best at this after all.
You cheated. You tied that string to me.
Don't be a sore loser. You never specified in the rules that it wasn't allowed. Now about that route through the staircase room.
Grown-ups are tricky. Here, this'll tell you how to do it. Cheetah, cheetah, pumpkin eater.
I almost felt bad. Almost.
Okay, I forgot that
Because when I looked
he
at the
was about
document,
to...
I was sure I'd been swindled. What I'd been given wasn't a blueprint of the house, but a wedding schedule scribbled on in colored crayon.
Okay. Okay. So I was wondering if I have to, like, traversing the staircase room is, like the solution that was to go through the doors at specific when the clock shows specific times. That seems to be it. So let's see if it is as simple as... So, at 7, at 3, at 11, at 9, at 4, at 8. Now that that's done, let's see if we can get that. Uh-huh. Okay, no, that was not correct. Okay, but the first one at 7 o'clock was correct. Okay, second door at 11 is also not correct. Let me try something else. Okay, no, that wasn't correct either. Okay, the second one at 9 is also not correct. I can't believe it would be 8, so it would have to be 4. Huh?
It was a wedding schedule for this evening, but the printed times had been replaced with new times drawn in colorful crayon. I was back where I started. Something was telling me I was still on the right track. I passed through each door just as the times on the schedule had told me. But maybe there was more to being spun around than I realized.
Okay, I felt like the first and the last one were correct. That's when I heard the bell ring. Oh. Damn. Okay, trying to. I mean, I believe I tried the second door. Oh, there it was already 4.
I began to realize something. In the staircase room, noon was always relative to my position.
No. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh, damn. Okay. Forgot to click on the 8.
My head still spinning, I passed through the final door of the staircase room with the realization that I'd followed the final steps of a dead man.
Oh, of course, he is the wedding band. That's how I get it.
I'd never been in love, yet seeing the drastic measures the sailor had resorted to, I felt his pain all too viscerally. The happiest day of his life became the day his true love rejected him. It must have broken him. The sailor's skeleton still clasped his wedding ring for Abigail. With some unease, I took the ring, promising the skeleton I'd return it to the woman who loved him.
But we finally have it.
I placed the ring on the dresser. The 5 wedding items were ready. It was time to start up the phonograph. Abigail, if you can hear me, try to come back to your final happy moment. I began to feel a change in the room. The air not quite so still, the shadows not quite so dark, and the bride not quite so distant. I just hoped I'd made a wise decision.
You cannot be allowed to do this. I will stop you. At any cost, I will stop you. I'm free. You came back.
Please don't try to kill me a third time.
Don't worry, Murphy McAllen. I'm not here to do that.
I think I might have caused all of this, but I can explain everything.
I'm afraid to say I think you might be right, but at least there's a chance we can do something to fix it. If only... Oh no. He's coming.
Who's coming?
Rackham, you need to hide. If we're going to fix this, he can't know where you are. Quickly, out on the balcony.
Abigail, where is he?
Where is who?
Don't play dumb with me, little girl. I know about your little game on the riverboat. I know that you've brought that mortal into the house. Where is he?
You know, I haven't seen him.
I know you're lying to me, Abigail, but it makes no matter. There's nothing any mortal can do to stop my plans. The wedding will take place tonight, and this time, you're going to say I do.
I'll never marry you, Rackham.
I'm afraid you won't have a choice.
I've broken free of your spell before. I can do it again.
I'm not so sure that's true. The love spell will take hold again, and every minute you spend broken out of it drains you more and more from ever breaking out of it again. Soon the spell will take hold of you forever, and then you will marry me. The Bellemore treasure will be mine.
No.
You had your chance, Abigail. You chose that nightmare, and after tonight, you'll never be able to leave it again.
What a creep.
Abigail, is it safe?
Of course not, but we don't have the luxury of waiting. Come with me, Murphy. I have a plan, and there are some things you really need to know.
Alright, part 3, the skeleton keys. Okay, now we have to find the 3 brothers where they died.
Grand Hall. Why are we back here?
I suppose you have some questions for me, Murphy McAllen?
Just a few. This trip to Devil's Rock isn't going anything like I planned. So, Abigail. May I call you Abigail? Why did you try to kill me? Come to think of it, why did you try to kill me twice? Were you under Rackham's evil spell when you threw me from the balcony and dragged me into the spirit pool?
No, that was me. It took a lot of energy to escape the spell. Those were the only times I've ever managed to do it. But it needed to be done.
So you tried to kill me on purpose?
I wasn't trying to kill you, Murphy. When you came into the house, I knew what you were trying to do. Summoning the ghosts. And in doing that, you'd free Rackham. I was trying to stop you, to save everybody.
I was the threat?
And pulling you into the spirit pool? Once you'd done that damned foolish deed, I knew we needed you in the house to fix it. So I brought you here. I was never trying to kill you.
Oh, I see. I guess we had a slight misunderstanding. What were those faces I saw through the broken glass?
Those are the faces I've seen every minute of every hour of every day for the last 33 years. Those are his punishment. I don't know how he does it, but it's like he can control your dreams and your nightmares. He can manifest images in your mind that don't exist, no matter how much you want to stop them.
Nightmares? So he's the one that the locals have seen wandering the house.
He was the only one who could, but until now, he could never leave the house, only manifest projections of himself beyond the estate.
Like appearing to Dr. Moray as Aloha?
That's right. Rackham was never a lower, but he knew Moray would fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. And now look what it's led to.
You're free now. You can stop Rackham.
No, Murphy, Rackham's magic is strong. You may have broken the spell for now, but what he said was true. I don't know how long I can hold out before the curse takes hold of me again, but it will happen. I can already hear them laughing.
What are we going to do?
I have a plan, but I need you to carry it out for me. You need to finish what you started, Murphy. You need to find the treasure of Bellemore Manor. Rackham's looking for it too. You'll need to get there first.
What's so important about the treasure?
What do you think the treasure is, Murphy?
$13 million? Unaccounted for and unclaimed?
No, Murphy. The treasure is much more insidious than that. $13 million is just what my brothers spent trying to contain it. Listen carefully. I need you to know something. Do you want to know what the treasure of Bellemore Manor really is?
Yes.
My brothers meant the world to me, and I missed them dearly every time they sailed away into the Caribbean. On one fateful voyage, they'd anchored in a lagoon to replenish supplies. There was a man there, so thin and weak he looked like a skeleton. He beckoned them along the beach, led them into a cave, and showed them an unfathomable pile of gold, coins, goblets, jewelry, the riches of 1,000 looted ships, topped by a wooden coffin. That coffin held a treasure more valuable than the rest put together. The skeletal man saw a shell from the beach in the hand of my eldest brother, and offered to make a trade, for he knew that the item within the coffin could not be given away. It could only be bought, or traded, or inherited. The deal done, my brothers loaded up their ship and set sail for the nearest port. But when the dockhands opened the coffin, they fled and refused to return. Inside was a black stone that seemed to glow green from within. The locals knew a legend of a terrifying pirate captain who wielded such a black stone, able to make any who resisted his demands collapse dead before him. But that had been 2 centuries ago. Surely the pirate captain should have been long dead. My brothers put so much into researching the stone, scouring the Caribbean, conducting scientific experiments, meeting experts of the occult. And it all led to one terrible discovery. The coffin stone was a cursed artifact, able to destroy a person's spirit and steal the remaining years of their life for the stone's possessor. That pirate captain, who had ransacked ships by stealing the life of anyone who dared to oppose him, was now cursed to live out every year he stole, withering and weakening without dying. My brothers sealed the stone in a vault beneath Bellemore Manor. 3 keys were required to open it. My brothers each took one, vowing never to allow the stone to work its evil power. But one person disagreed. He had seen the stone and knew what it could do. The ship's first officer, Rackham. And now, he'll stop at nothing to get it, murdering my brothers, enslaving me, and killing you.
This isn't quite the treasure I expected to find.
Murphy, the treasure isn't $13 million. All that money went into researching the stone and then sealing it away where no one would find it. This fireplace is the entrance to the vault where it's hidden. You see the keyholes concealed in the mantle? We'll need my brother's keys to open it.
And I guess finding the keys is where I come in? What if we just leave it sealed up? Hide the keys so Rackham can never find it?
He will find it. I don't know how long it will take, but eventually he'll find it. And I won't be able to resist the curse for that long. I need you to find those keys tonight, before the wedding.
How do I even start looking for your brothers?
You need to speak to Madame Planchette. She helped my brothers years ago, and now she might be able to help us, too.
Who's Madame Planchette?
An old friend of the family my brothers brought to our house to help them. Some people call her the Parlor Witch.
Oh, the door just opens now.
What will Rackham do if he gets control of the coffin stone?
Rackham fears the judgment of death more than anything. The stone will allow him to return to flesh and blood and remain here in the mortal realm for as long as he keeps taking people's lives.
He'll keep murdering people?
Exactly. And it's easy to know his first targets. Once he has the stone, there's an entire household of lives right here, ready for him to steal, including yours and mine.
He can steal life from ghosts?
The explosion may have interrupted things, but the spirits here still hold the years of life they're owed. They may never be able to use them, but Rackham will.
Damn, that's a lot of years
This
already.
house really needs its wiring looked into.
Oh no,
What's wrong?
the spell. It's coming over me again. Listen, as much as it frightens me to say it, I think Rackham might be right. Everything I do is making it harder for me to resist the spell. I don't know if I'll be able to break out of it again. I need you to do this for me, Murphy.
I will, just tell me what to do.
Madame Planchette will be the first step of 3 journeys you'll need to undertake. One for each of my brothers, each finished only by reclaiming their key and placing it in this fireplace.
I won't stop until I've done it, Abigail. I will beat Rackham to the treasure.
For all our sakes, I hope you're right.
I was on my own again, and baffled by the situation I'd gotten myself into. The $13 million, the whole reason I traveled to the island and then quit my job, was gone. I had every desire to wait until sunrise and get that taxi back off the island just like I'd planned. Free of magic, free of ghosts, and free of the very real possibility that I'd be joining them. But heck, plans change. And now there was someone I needed to see.